1.5 or something of I Suck at Duick Rigging. This episode has to start actually back in Photoshop. So one of the issues we were having is where she moves her arm beyond her natural range of motion, and you can see that she could be this thin and it could look like this, but I think it should probably look a little bit more like this. So I'm going to spend a few minutes trying to paint this up so it looks right. And this is something that I haven't done for a long time. I feel like Obi-Wan Kenobi, but it's true. I don't digitally paint much anymore, which is very depressing. So I want to remedy that sort of by figuring out some ways to do this. So I got the appropriate brush pack from the artist who is helping me with this. And I am just going to... I'll probably go overboard. But you know what? This should probably be all orange anyway. And my setup is not very great for the microphone, so it's off to the side because my tablet's in front of me now. And all I'm trying to do is find like the darkest color that we're using on here and then just try to make it match. And it doesn't have to be perfect, that's for sure. I'm seeing this as kind of like you can see through her. And then that might be a bit much there, but no problem. Because it's going to mostly be covered by her body or whatever. Oops. Okay. So I'm happy with that. Now, I'm going to get this. And the shapes have like hard edges, but shading on the inside. So I want to respect that notion. And I think I'm going to jump in between this texture brush and just like a big regular brush. Show recent brushes. Whoa. Okay. And I'm going to move this just above the torso. It's locked. Just above the torso. This is going to be the torso fix layer. Spacing's a little low, so it was like blobbing out a little bit too much for my liking. And this, yes, will be a quick and dirty job, but I'm okay with quick and dirty on this project. Okay, and we're gonna get this back. I'm so out of practice, I don't even understand how recent brushes works anymore. Got it. Okay, I'm gonna try this. There we go. And it's gonna be darkest behind, whoops. A little bigger. Darkest behind here. And this can actually all be texture-y. Maybe give the indication of some fabric wrapping around or something. And then I don't know about here, but I assume it should, if it's more matching this coloring, it will be less obvious what's going on. But I think if it's got like a dark center, it might be good. Right, that looks great to me. Okay, so D. I kind of want to fix this. Oops. Okay. Pretty good. One more time, probably. All right. And I'm happy with that. So I'm gonna go ahead and like this is where I'm going to file, save this, and file. All right, so we're gonna test this and see what happens. Because the arm is moved apart, this has been modified in Pixel, and it should jump over. Yeah, so it jumped over a little bit, but I'm going to say that that's okay. And I'll come in here, and pretty much however many pixels you add, that's what you need to account for, and try to move this back. And that's the main drawback of using retain layer size on import, is that if you, I'll do an example. Well, no, I'll talk about that in another video. But for what we need, this is going to work perfectly. I am seeing that the arm, I want to preserve transparency. These are all probably obvious things to most people. I'm just gonna try to ease this into here. Oops. A bit more. File save, jump in here, and we can start to see this like kind of this seam going away. And I'm still okay with that, even though it goes out of there. It's not a problem. I think I might have screwed up the torso a little bit too much though. What I should have done is like make a whole new layer and then import that layer. That would have been smarter. So in here, let's see what happens if I can. Okay, edit. Redo time change. This is the original position. We'll come over to Photoshop. And I'm going to undo until these are separated again. Which means I'll have to redo that painting, but that's no problem. Okay, here we go. Now I'm going to duplicate torso, link these and call this torso modify, oops, modified. Good. And on the torso modified, I'm going to grab this and redo what I had just done. Yeah, texture. These brushes are great. It's really great. Thank you for sending them. And then I do want to change the arm. Oops, wrong arm. Nope, is it? Okay, let's save this. And we come back here. Oh, what happened here? Okay. Replay, reveal and project. So what's probably happening? Oh yeah. Okay, so it's taking the Photoshop, like the number layer, the indexed layer, and then it's changing the results based on that. So if I put this down here and save, maybe. Oh, okay. Well, somehow it automatically fixed it, sort of. It normally shouldn't do that, and you would have to take extra steps. This looks really bad. Sorry, I did a bad job. I think it's because of this line in the middle. And I don't know if there's a palette for these center values. Oops. Let me see. Yep, okay. Photoshop. I'm going to grab this and I'm going to feather this just to make it look a little bit more rounded on this side. Okay, I'm okay with that. I'm seeing a weird thing going on here where I know what I'm drawing, but it's like I'll just draw it. I can draw, really I can. I got quite a lot of drawing skills. I want to have the inside of this, so like you're seeing through this cup thing that's in the back. But then I also want this to be like a transition point. So this is her body. This is the back of the protective vest thing. And then this is like wrapping around. But I think this is really good for now. And like there's an infinite amount of detail we could add to this, but I'm not going to be doing that. I'm just going to go quick and dirty. So brown, bright, no. Use my stupid plugins I buy. Let's get a little darker value. I'm fine carrying that over. Carry it over, make this smooth. Crap. And then get this brush, this thing, this. I think this is wrong though, right here. That looks better. Okay. There we go. So now we have our whatever planes of information. The back of the vest, going around the vest, and then the side of her body. And I'm good with that. It's not perfect. There's more detail that could be added, but this is a side character for a side scene almost, and I think that we're just fine doing what we're doing. Okay, so my assumption is that the rig is going to require us to have the shoulders, like I'll have to expose the left arm thing. Nope. But I'll have to like lower this down or something like that. Whoops. I think I accidentally pressed delete. Or cut or something. Let's see if it works. Okay, it still works. And I don't think she's gonna put this arm up here so high so this won't matter, but even if that is like that, I'm okay with that. Side character, small scene, done. Okay, cool. So now we're going to do, this is the part that I definitely have never done, which is the spine, neck, and head. The hips, pelvis, abdomen. I don't know what these are. Oh, okay. So if you have linking things, you could do more with it. Like we can put bones that are maybe chained hierarchically that are linked with a hierarchy, and then you can choose a starting bone and the ending one. So we're gonna work on the head. Turn this off for now. Okay, we're done drawing. I'm gonna put my little tablet away. Whoops. Try to not bash this computer screen. Move this in the middle. Testing 1 2 1 2. Okay, that's great. So we have hip, torso, head, neck, and I think this is what we need. Okay, so this, oh, where did our thing go? Where did our thing go? Here we go. Torso. Let's just see what this default thing does. Character test. I'm gonna hit hip. Hit OK. Okay, so we should get new things up here. We're gonna have character head. Okay, and I assume that that's automatically linking to this. So this should be low, like where it hinges at the back of the head, like the base of the skull. We have our shoulders. What the hell? Alright, we have our shoulders for leanings. That needs to be somewhere else. I assume that's coming from the neck. Yep, so we need to lower the neck. Really, I'm going to put the neck way down here past the artwork. We have our hip for some, grinding action. Do, 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 do. And then we have our other hip, which I guess this is our center of gravity. Whoa! The head always looks forward. That's kind of nice. All right, great. Let's go with this, but let's do all these changes on this other file. So the head, lower this down to pretty much the jaw. Well, I guess not the jaw. We'll just do whatever looks natural. Should it be here? Looking up, looking down, talking. She's really just gonna talk. It's like at the base of the cranium. The hair is throwing me off a little bit, but I like that. That looked good. Pin behind. We'll put this here. So it'll be the neck. We have the torso. We have the hips. Now the hips, I almost feel like the hips could be in a different spot. And then I'm not worried about Okay, so I'm going to take this file, save this, and we are going to try this again. Okay, so let's try. She can make rude bodily gestures at people. I'm okay with this. Like it might cut through, but I don't think we're not gonna be doing any rude bodily gestures at people. Our shoulders, this is where we will link the arms. So it looks like the head is always trying to look up, which is kind of good. Is the torso? Okay, I think the torso is just bending from this center point. Yeah, I'm gonna do it again. But instead I'm gonna put the torso down like here at the hips. So 1, 2, 3, and the neck. Spine. Hip. What do you think? Whoops. Okay, so now we get a little bit better action going with these Michael Jackson moves. Or something like that. Who knows? Shoulders. This looks like it's rotating in a more pleasing way. She's got a hell of a lot of range of motion for a side character. Oh, and now we can just turn these off. Because I'm happy with this. Talking on the phone. I'm gonna move my hips. Whoops. CC hip. P hip. P. Okay, so this is where we're going to link everything together. So I'm going to file, save as, character test, rigging, and immediately I'm going to do this, file, save as again, rigging, linked. Okay. So we're gonna have to expose some of these guys. Then we need to link the left thigh bone to the, I think to the CC hip. I'm not sure, we'll find out. Ugh. Yeah, that's great. And then the right thigh bone. Oops, it's locked to the CC hip. Thrusting! Alright, and then we need to take the arms and take the arms to the shoulders. And then we need to take the other arm to the shoulders. Oh, what's going on here? See shoulders. That's correct, right? Let's try the other arm. Yeah, I'm not sure why this is doing that. It might need some like expressioning or something like that. Oh, okay. I think I see. So I'm moving this over here, but if you look at the controller is not actually moving. Like it's not articulated enough or something. So I either didn't rig this right, or this thing should just be linked to the hip. Oh, and it looks like it is. Put this position here. I'm gonna... Well, am I supposed to move this other thing? Oh, okay. So if we want pelvic thrust, we move the hip, this CC hip, and if we want the arms to move, we move this thing. Oh, wait a sec. But if I do... shoulders to C... shoulders to CC hip? Yeah, then we don't get our bending, so let's leave it how it was. This is only for thrusts. And this thing, shit. I think I moved it. Did I move it? No. So kind of all I'm trying to do is get her face away from her body, away from her face, so we can link her face properly. Does that make any sense? Whoa. Okay, so now we can clearly see like things that are linked and things that aren't. So her hat, I'm going to put down here, over here, and I'm going to link it to the head. Okay, the back of the hat. Link it to the head. And so I see a lot more detail that was put into this that I didn't notice before. With the back of the head, like you could probably have this be a bigger piece, like draw it way to the right of it. Whoops. Like this, like, you know, so it's actually behind it. And I don't know for sure, but you might be able to get a little bit better coverage from it. So I'm gonna undo out of that, and I might end up painting that in there, but it's awesome to have that for a separation, like have her hair move or something. Her ponytail, we'll just put her ponytail right here. So you can like, that's great, that's wonderful. Ponytail linked to, let's say CC, head. What else are we missing? Her safety glasses. Safety glasses linked to CC head. Her eyebrows. Oh, we got multiple eyebrows. Eyebrows. Eyeballs. Oh, we already got some. So it's trying to like, I don't understand what it's doing math-wise. It's pitching the head forward. And this is not working anymore? I don't understand that. Because this is the head linked to the neck, and oh, what in the world? I don't understand what's going on, but it looks like we gotta be careful with some of this stuff. It doesn't make sense to me how this hat is linked to the head of the character head. Maybe it just has to be the head. Let's look at this. Yeah, so I think all these things linked to the head need to be linked to, or the C head must be character head. I wish I was better at negotiating what that should be. All that should be linked to the head. And I missed the ponytail. Cool. So, it's, I think we almost have a freaky little rig going, which isn't too bad of timing if you ask me. Okay, so the inside of this is not distracting me or anything, which is good. If I were to complain about this, the only thing that's bothering me is this shoulder problem that I accidentally made. Maybe. No. I'm good with all this. This looks really good. So these movements suck, yes, but we don't need to worry about that for now. Just remember that if anything sucks, you can just dance it off with your hip controller. That is so funny. I do wish that it like attached. I guess I don't understand the point of this. The point of that controller. We can decide if we want to link the hands to the torso so it moves with it, or if we want to keep it separate so we can have more control. But I'm liking like how her shoes look a little bit rubbery, but not too rubbery. Look at the kind of extreme range of motions that we're getting from it. We got things going in front and behind properly. I'm gonna undo this once, undo this twice, undo that. I think that's pretty good. Then we are almost done with this. I'd still contest that, This is true, but probably less so than it was, that's for sure. Because, I mean, look what we just made. We just made this with rigs. So maybe we could say maybe we can say this now. Maybe. I mean, whoa. I think we can say that. Maybe I suck at Photoshop.